What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more off-season rebuilds, as today we're going to be doing the Detroit Pistons. Before we get in today's video, guys, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here, that would be greatly appreciated. But the play-in tournament yesterday was so much fun. Minnesota celebrating like they just won the damn finals. But you know what? I think we should stop talking so much damn crap on it. Let's let fans be happy, right? Minnesota's dealt with enough, okay? I'm happy for them. Happy for Patrick Beverly, and I cannot wait to watch Memphis versus Minnesota. But regardless, we're not talking about them. And then, of course, the Nets beat the Cavaliers, which was a game that kind of was close, but it never felt that close, in my opinion. Like, Cavs were, like, cutting the deficit, but it looked like Brooklyn was kind of on top throughout the whole thing. But regardless, let's go ahead and celebrate the playoffs, and let's focus on the Detroit Pistons today, shall we? So we got Minnesota upsetting and going all the way to the finals. Okay, 2K, I see you. We got the Miami Heat going on to win it all. We'll see if that, actually happens. But tonight, I did make my play-in tournament predictions on my Shorts channel if you want to go check it out for the tonight games. But regardless, player retirements, like usual, usually around the same. Al Horford, LaMarcus Aldridge. So I don't think I'll stop anything here. And, of course, like usual, for these teams at the bottom, the draft lottery, most important part for a lot of these teams. Obviously, the draft lottery is going to play a huge important part about how these teams go about this offseason. So like usual, be sitting back and watching another draft lottery here as we are projected pick number 3. And it is protected, so we should get it back. I know it says Thunder, but we don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and check out and see where we will land. So Hawks do not win, according to 2K, so they enter the lottery. So it looks like the Hornets may eliminate them tonight. You never know. Wait, is it? No, I think it's... no, it is. Yeah, Hawks and Hornets are 9th and 10th. So Hawks and Hornets both are in the lottery here. Hawks... Wait, how is that even possible? Okay, I guess. Oh, well, because the Hornets got eliminated by the Cavs, I guess. Never mind. I am stupid. Okay, regardless, enough about that. 11th pick, which we got to hope and pray as Blazers fans that the Pelicans end up losing tonight. San Antonio, take care of business tonight. I would really appreciate it. That way we do get that pick. But the Washington Wizards have the 10th overall pick. Okay, and then 9th overall is going to go to, is it the Spurs here? It is, in fact, the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, so San Antonio Spurs went number 9, and then at number 8, the Grizzlies via the Lakers, I believe. So we have not gotten unlucky, so we are in the top 7, which is a good sign. Obviously, in this draft, you want to be top 3, though, especially for this Pistons Rocket team looking to... Pacers won the 7th pick. So the Kings and Trailblazers... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. They moved in the top 4. Doesn't totally mean we're out of it yet. So 6 picks. So we got a top 5 pick, which is good at the very least. We can walk away with Jaden Ivey, but I'd prefer to have, like, number 3. Okay, so it looks like we are in the top 4, I think. Yeah, we are. So let's hopefully not have a number 4, though. Please don't have number 4. Please don't have number 4. Please don't have number 4. All right, let's go. We got top 3. That's exactly what we wanted. Portland Trailblazers win the 4th pick. That would suck as a Blazers fan. I would love to have a top 3 pick as a Blazers fan in real life, but if we get number 2, number 1, I'm cool with that as well. Let's go, baby. Number 2 or number 1. And then we got Rockets. It's going to be Rockets and Pistons at the top again, isn't it? Let's see if it's changed a little bit. No, we have the number 1 overall pick, just like last year. Literally number 1 overall pick. I don't know. If the Pistons win the number 1 overall pick again, that'd be huge. But we will take it. Number 1 overall coming to Detroit. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Absolutely have to love it. Skip to lottery results. Or I don't know why I need to skip to lottery result. That is your lottery. You got Pistons, Rockets, and Kings in the top 3 with the Trailblazers, Magic, Thunder, Pacers, Grizzlies, Spurs, Wizards, and then the 11th pick is obviously the Trailblazers, then 12 Knicks, Hornets, Hawks, and then Thunder. All right, baby. Number 1 overall pick came home, which is a W. Head coach, I know Dwayne Casey still exists out here, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign Dwayne Casey. And I also might give Blazers that draft pick because I might be making a trade with the Trailblazers in this video. You don't know. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. So now that we got the regular season coming to an end, March Madness is over, and of course now we have playoff basketball coming soon. So what better way to make playoff basketball even more fun by playing a game we like to call Prize Picks over here. Prize Picks is a game where you're literally just picking overs or unders on NBA players or any sport you really want to in general. So basically, show you a few examples of some times that I've won some money playing this game. It's just so much fun. Basically, you just pick a player because they have numbers up all the time. You can either choose between over or under, obviously, and then you're literally playing nobody but the number. So you don't have to worry about facing anybody else and someone else beating you. It's literally you versus the projections, and it's so much fun. And if you want to go ahead and download it, the link's in the description below. Use my promo code Crushables, and they match up to 100%, deposit match up to $100. So it's so much fun. Might as well join it. I would love to see you guys play some prize picks. So our coaching staff is officially filled out. And of course, now it is time to get to draft night, where we have some executive decisions to make here. So we're looking at if we do look at this Pistons roster, Jeremy Grant's going to be a topic of conversation this offseason for the Pistons. He's been in some trade rumors for the last 2 seasons ever since he signed that 3-year deal, or is it 4? I think it was 3 years with the Detroit Pistons. And there's obviously been some contemplations about him potentially staying for the long term for them. Also, there is potential they could trade him away as well. Personally, I would love to see Detroit trade him in a way. I think that would be the best thing to do. You also have Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Hamdou Diallo, and then Kelly Olynyk, Marvin Bagley, not Marcus Bagley, and Corey Joseph. So we do have some decisions to make, but I think in this offseason, I'm pretty sure I've done this the last few offseason rebuilds I've had with the Pistons, I am going to trade Jeremy Grant. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of suitors for a guy like Jeremy Grant. They're going to line up for him. But this is because we're going to probably be walking away with Jabari Smith Jr. out of the draft. So there's really no reason to keep Jeremy Grant here. So I'm going to be grabbing Jeremy Grant, throwing him in the trade finder, and I'm going to look at trades. But I know there's a team, like I kind of mentioned earlier, that I actually want to trade with. The Grizzlies are offering me the 8th overall pick for Jeremy Grant. I find that hard to believe that the Grizzlies would actually do that. But hey, you never really know. And then you got Kyle Lowry in a first. You got a 2nd-round pick in Terry Rozier, which I don't really want Terry Rozier's contract. Taylor Horton-Tucker in a first. I mean, you could take that 2026 first from the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are looking to improve, so Jeremy Grant could do that for them, but I'm not sure I really want Taylor Horton-Tucker all that much. You got Dinwiddie, and then you also have OG Anunoby, which would be cool as well. But personally, my favorite is the Portland Trailblazers, because as a Blazers fan, I will admit to myself, I wouldn't mind getting Jeremy Grant, but it depends at what it costs. If it costs the 11th overall pick, per se, not sure I would totally do it. But in 2K, maybe they would do it. So I'm going to try to give them Jeremy Grant for number 11 overall. Don't necessarily want a player. Literally just get Jeremy Grant for the 11th overall pick. Would the Blazers do this in real life? I'm hoping they would not. But I am the Pistons GM today, so it doesn't matter what I think as a Blazers fan, because I'm not a Blazers fan today. I am a Pistons general manager here in 2K. So Jeremy Grant for the 11th overall pick, and they agree. So we get the 11th overall pick for Jeremy Grant, and I feel pretty good about that. Now, would the Blazers do that? Should they do that? No, but I could see Joe Cronin doing some stupid stuff like that. I mean, we saw what he did at the trade deadline. I get the direction, but he literally traded Norman Powell and Robert Covington for pennies on the dollar. So in the same trade. And the Clippers, if they had Kawhi Leonard right now, would be really scary. So yeah, but regardless, we now have 2 lottery picks in this draft. So we have to feel really good about ourselves. So 1 and 11, let's jump right into this draft. We already know where we're getting number 1 overall. Jabari Smith Jr. paired next to Cade Cunningham. Sounds like a match made in heaven. So Jabari Smith Jr., number 1 overall pick for me. Obviously, I could go Chet Holmgren as well, which makes sense. Could definitely be something. You got Paulo Banchero. But I am going to take Jabari Smith Jr. with this number 1 overall pick here for Detroit. And I'm going to grab that 11th pick from the Portland Trailblazers. And you can walk away with Oshai. You can walk away with Jeremy Sokan. You got Washington. You got Dyson Daniels, Marjon Beauchamp. A lot of good selections here. You even go Johnny Davis. I mean, we are going to be looking for a different shooting guard because we don't know how good... We don't know if Killian Hayes is that guy there, right? So it definitely makes sense to go for a guard potentially at number 11. It would be crazy if if Jaden Ivey fell this far, but obviously he did not. But so I kind of like Dyson Daniels. I kind of like Washington as well, but I feel like I'd take him way too much. So I think I might take either Beauchamp here, or I might also take Johnny Davis. So Johnny Davis, 22 points per game, 33% from Wisconsin. And then we got, I think I'm going to take Marjon here. I'm going to take Marjon with the 11th overall pick. Bring myself another guy to potentially become something next to Cade Cunningham. He's a 75 overall. Johnny Davis was my other thinking, and he went to the Rockets, so that could have been a good pick as well. Let me know, Pistons fans, what you would have done there, if you would have went differently or not. But I really love, obviously, the addition of Jabari Smith Jr. and then Beauchamp as well, or Beauchamp, however you say his name. Now, player options, Corey Joseph accepts his player option. Hamdou Diallo will accept his team option. Then Frank Jackson and Luka Garza are back as well for the team. So qualifying offers, Marvin Bagley they got at the trade deadline. I am going to probably keep him around. Now, I will definitely tell you that 2K, I think, is going to overvalue Bagley. Okay, it's not too bad. I don't know he'd get that much, though. But I thought he'd be asked for like $25 million because we've obviously seen that before in the past. So, wow. Why is Cade Cunningham listed as shooting guard? We're going to move into point guard, and then we'll have Cade Cunningham running the point guard, obviously. So, Marjon comes out of the draft, and we'll have to see how good he is for us. But whether we start him or not, I'm not sure. Killian Hayes, again, not sure on him either. And then small forward, you obviously Sadiq Bey, which you love. Dropped a couple of 40-point games, I believe, this season. And then power forward, you got Jabari Smith Jr. out of the draft. And you have Isaiah Stewart and Kelly Olynyk. So You honestly still could look for a different center as well. You don't know if you really want Isaiah Stewart to be the guy going forward. So if I'm Detroit, I have the money to do it. I'm going to go ahead and try to maybe get DeAndre Ayton. I'm going to offer on him. And again, I don't know if Detroit could walk away with him. Phoenix would probably match. I would like to think Phoenix would match, but I'm going to offer on him and I'm going to try to get him. You know, it's no harm, no foul. I think Detroit could give it a shot. Well, will he sign is the question. Probably not. I think Phoenix would be dumb to let him walk, but we're going to offer it to him and he's not going to accept anyway. So, you know what? Like I said, I would not be surprised if the, Pistons try to do something like that, but I think we should go for more of a taller center to bring in here. Drummond back to Detroit. Not going to do that, obviously. But maybe like a Mitchell Robinson. You bring him into Detroit, and maybe he could be that guy you want to guard down low, just in case you need some defense down low. So I like the idea of bringing a Mitchell Robinson for this Knicks team. Or not Knicks team. Pistons team, I should say. So we got Mitchell Robinson coming in. And then Marvin Bagley, still waiting on him. And again, I don't really know what kind of money he would get. But we'll probably wait till moratorium day, or we could just wait for his restricted free agency. Although he'd probably be the cheapest to sign right now. I feel like if we let him play another year here, he's going to ask for like some stupid. Maybe like a 1-year team option kind of thing makes sense for him. I don't know. What would you sign Marvin Bagley to if you were a Pistons fan? Okay, so Marvin Bagley, we'll sign him 1-year team option, prove it deal kind of thing. Might be a little too much money, but we'll take it anyway. So now it's Cade Cunningham, Corey Joseph, Frank Jackson, and Bo Champ, and then Sadiq Bey, Hamdou Diallo, Jabari Smith Jr., Marvin Bagley is back, and then you got Isaiah Stewart, Kelly Olynyk, and also Mitch Robinson. So you could also trade Kelly Olynyk as well. I'm sure there's definitely a team that would line up for that potentially. But I kind of like this team. I kind of like the direction. So I don't really think I'm going to be doing much. You also, I think Pistons were interested in Jalen Brunson at the trade deadline. So that could make some sense. He is unrestricted right now. So you could go offer on Jalen Brunson because I believe they tried to get him at the trade deadline, and then Dallas asked for Cade Cunningham in return. So obviously that led to nowhere. So should I sign Jalen Brunson? I think I should. I think I am going to go for it. I'm going to sign Jalen Brunson. I'm going to sign Jalen Brunson to a contract here to come play in Detroit and steal him away from Dallas. Like I said, if I remember, if my memory serves me right, I believe I remember Detroit trying to get Jalen Brunson at the trade deadline. So player progression after all that is going to put us, so Mitch Robinson goes down, I guess, and Jalen Brunson goes down, which doesn't make any sense to me. And then Kelly Olynyk goes down, Killian Hayes is up. So now we're going to have to make a decision on what the starting five is going to look like, but I feel pretty good about the signings we have made. We got Robinson, got Jalen Brunson, got Marvin Bagley on a 1-year prove-it deal thing again, which we'll see if that actually happens in real life. But I think this could be a play-in tournament team for sure. I mean, Jabari, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson. I mean, I think that's a good-looking team. And you could even do this. You could also... Jalen Brunson, was he listed as shooting guard for this team? Oh, he's right here. Yeah. If I moved him to point guard, he actually goes up, and I moved Cade Cunningham to shooting guard, he goes up. So, yeah, we might just do that. I mean, obviously, either one of them can run, have the ball in their hands. But Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Jabari Smith Jr., they want to start Isaiah Stewart. I'd actually prefer to start Mitchell Robinson just for defensive purposes. Then obviously have Isaiah Stewart, Hamdou Diallo, Killian Hayes still in the rotation, then Marvin Bagley, then Olynyk, and then Marjan's not in the rotation, which is fine. So, but proficiency-wise, it is 2.5 at defense, which obviously we're going to move that. We don't need that in here. So, is it balanced or is it 7 seconds we should run? I think we should run a balance. So we're going to run a balance system this year. We're going to move the system, and we're going to see if this Pistons team can sneak into the playoffs. I think they definitely can, but obviously you never really know with this game. Things look good, and then next thing you know, you just get eliminated by an 8th seed. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this season, though, and we're going to see how this team finishes out and see if we make the playoffs or the play-in tournament. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins MVP at 38 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. With Jalen Brunson leaving, maybe he had to carry a heavier load. Jabari Smith Jr. wins Rookie of the Year for us, 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block per game, 44% from the field, 83% from free throw, and then 31% from the three-point line. And then Klay Thompson, 6th man of the year on the Golden State Warriors. We'll have to check out who took over his spot. Rudy Gobert is Defensive Player of the Year, 15-17. I know a lot of people do not want to see Rudy Gobert win Defensive Player of the Year another year. Then LaMelo Ball wins Most Improved, and Nate McMillan's your Coach of the Year, and Dale Stewart is your Executive. So I will tell you guys, I've even released this information, you guys. Cade Cunningham has to be an All-NBA team, by the way. He is. We are the first seed in the East. Yeah, 2K has the Pistons as the first seed in the Eastern Conference after all that, and this might be why. Cade Cunningham averaged 29 points per game for this team. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 50% from the field, and 42% from 3 and 91. Yeah, almost 50-40-90 club, really. And then LeBron James with, yeah, this is great company to be with. And then all NBA third team. And then here's all offensive first team and all defensive second team. And then all rookies, Jabari Smith Jr., which obviously helps out a lot. And then here's our all rookie second team, as the Thunder got Ivy, and then Magic got Chet Holmgren, and then Paulo Banchero went to the Portland Trailblazers. So we are literally the first seed in the Eastern Conference. We have to feel really good about ourselves. So looking at the player stats, we had 29 from Cade Cunningham. Jalen Brunson ended up being a really good signing for us, I think. 17 points per game is very solid. Jabari Smith Jr., obviously 14. The Sadiki Bey, obviously doing his thing as well with 13 points per game. So yeah, really love how we came out of this offseason. We got 11th pick overall. Obviously, Muchamp was kind of stashed, didn't play much, but he is somebody that could become something for this team. And Killian Hayes got in the rotation a little bit, averaged 8 and 5 off the bench, which actually isn't too bad for sure for a bench player. And Mitchell Robinson with 9, and then about a block per game and 8 rebounds. So yeah, really solid year. Really solid year. So we get to play the Boston Celtics, though, who came out of the play-in tournament as they beat the Charlotte Hornets, and then Indiana beat the Chicago Bulls, but unfortunately the Boston Celtics eliminated them. On the other side, the Blazers came out of the play-in tournament, and they get to play New Orleans. So I'm a little nervous about playing Boston, not gonna lie to you. I got, Mark Smart, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Derek White, Aaron Nesmith, Nikola Jovic, and Peyton Pritchard. So let's go ahead and go game by game, because I feel like we might get upset here by an AFC. Would not be surprised if that happened. 34-21 and 30. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Okay, maybe we're in good standings. 3-0, and never mind, we sweep the Celtics. Okay, what a W. We're in the second round of the Detroit Pistons after only one offseason, which was what we usually do in these offseason rebuilds, because I think it's like so much fun to be in depth for one offseason and kind of like pay attention to detail. But I feel like the aggressive approach to free agency was great, but getting Jalen Brunson and then Mitchell Robinson as well, I think they've been really good contributors to this team. Obviously, getting Marvin Bagley back on a 1-year type deal, averaging 11 for us is great off the bench in the playoffs. But now we get the Brooklyn Nets, obviously. So you got Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and Montrezl Harrell. So this could be a tough matchup, but you never know. Game 1, we're up 1-0, start things off. Cade Cunningham drops 44 and 12. Game 2, they even it up, obviously, 28 and 10-10. But Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and Seth Curry had themselves a very good game. We're down 2-1, 124 to 118, 29 from Kevin Durant, and then 28 and 10 from Cade Cunningham. And then can we even it up here? No, we cannot. We're down 3-1 to the Brooklyn Nets. But the fact that we even got to the second round is still very promising in my opinion. So I'm not too upset whatsoever. And we're going to see if we can maybe come back from 3-1 deficit. It is possible. Fix the rotation. Maybe, just maybe, we force a game 7 and win. 2K does that sometimes. So looks like we are going to win game 5. So good start to maybe a possible comeback. It's a 2-3 lead for Brooklyn. We win this game, could be in business. So you never really know here. So we're going to give more minutes like 2K suggests to Jabari Smith Jr. This is a very important game 6. If we can come out here and beat the Brooklyn Nets and force that game 7, we could be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And it looks like we're blowing them out. So we are, in fact, forcing that game 7. 144 to 110, 37 and 34 from Jalen Brunson, averaging 21 in the playoffs for us. So Jalen Brunson ended up being a really freaking good addition. Now, last but not least, can we go ahead and win this final game to complete the 3-1 comeback on the Brooklyn Nets? Or is 2K just going to, have me get disappointed, which probably the route's going to take me, right? It's obviously going to get me all excited to come back from a 3-1 deficit, and then we're going to just freaking lose like that. I love 2K for that. It does that to me all the time. I love it when that happens. So literally could have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, 21 and 16. That's really unfortunate. We forced the Brooklyn Nets to 7, almost came back for 3-1 deficit, but of course, as we know, 2K hates me. But I will say, that was a really good offseason, and things went right for us. But I just can't help but think another year of development for this team could lead to like a lot of promising things. So I'm going to keep the rotation relatively the same. And we didn't get our pick because I believe it goes to the Thunder now for us, I think. Anyway, I could be wrong on that. But so that's going to be a thing. So we're not going to have our pick, which I don't even know if we have a first round pick at all. Let me double check that. So let me see if that is the case. We have a first round pick? No, we don't. So we're just going to go straight to player options. So team and player options. I'm going to go ahead and accept Marvin Bagley. I'm going to decline Kelly Olynyk. I'm going to keep Marvin Bagley around. We have no important free agents. And literally, since that season went so well for us, what's another year running it back, same team, and kind of seeing what would happen with like another year of some player progression under us, right? Let's see if that would, change anything. So Cade Cunningham, Jabari Smith Jr., up Sadiq Bey. But this will be the last season. I just kind of wanted to run it back one more time with a little bit more development behind us and see if this leads to anything. Maybe we make it all the way to the finals this year. We literally just got the first seed in the East. So, I mean, it's definitely... Whoa. They want to start killing Hayes, but I'm not down with that. I'm sorry. Jalen Brunson did his thing. You know, killing Hayes could be a nice six-man for the team, but I got to start Jalen Brunson. For efficiency-wise, it's 3.5 balanced. Let's simulate the season. Let's see if we can get the first seed again, and let's see if we can make it to the finals this time. So running it back another year led us to 63-19 on the season, and Luka Doncic won MVP. Victor wins Rookie of the Year. Johnny Davis your sixth man. 80 wins Defensive Player, but of course, and then Ayo Dosunmu also all improved or six man. Was I most improved or six man? I can't remember now, but all NBA 13 for Cade Cunningham, and like I said, another year of development. I just kind of wanted to see how it would treat us. So 31 from Cade Cunningham, 16 from Brunson, and a 15 from Jabari Smith Jr. So simply just gonna jump right into the things. So we got the Chicago Bulls we're going up against. So let's go ahead and see what the Chicago Bulls are looking like roster wise. So you have Lonzo Ball, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Williams and Nikola Jokic. So somebody current round against Chicago, and we are going to beat them in 6. Okay, so now we get to play the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball versus Cade Cunningham. Sign me up for that. I would love to see that. Somebody current round against Charlotte, and we sweep them. So here we are in the East Conference Finals. Literally was so close to this last year. Now we get to play Cleveland, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Garland, and Isaac Okoro. Somebody current round against them. It is a 2-2 series, 3-2. And we beat them in 7, maybe. Obviously, this is going to be a game 7 for the ages. This gets us to the finals if we're there. Come on, baby. Come on, Cade Cunningham. I need you to step up in this game. Push us to the finals, and we will be forever grateful as Pistons fans. And just like that, 99-118, 25-5-9 from Cade Cunningham. Now I get to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. We have Zach LaVine back in Minnesota with Anthony Edwards and Karl Towns. Again, shout out to Timberwolves for yesterday's win. But sorry, I got to take it down here. And we beat them in 5. Let's freaking go. First championship of the offseason rebuild series, even though literally we're basically just doing one offseason. But I will take it. I will take it. And that is your offseason, ladies and gentlemen. So the next 2 years, the Pistons will win a championship. You heard it here first. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.